Hi, everyone. Welcome to yet another webinar from Exaltius. Myself, Amresh Sahu. I'm a senior corporate trainer at Exaltius. And today we are going to have a very exciting workflow. We are going to see a very exciting workflow today, and that will be related to customer care services. In today's date, customer care has taken a leap from the traditional way of providing customer care service to using AI and specifically AI agents for delivering customer care to different clients and customers. So today we will be looking at a next gen customer service, and we'll see how AI agent is handling the customer support end to end. All right. So if you are new to the channel, I would request you to please subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, it helps us a lot. If you like the video, then go ahead. Now, moving on to the topic of the day, that is customer service. Now, in today's date, every business has a very good needs a very good customer service. Everybody doesn't have a very good customer service. So why it is important? Of course, customer service is very important when it comes to creating trust in the minds of the customers or potential clients, or maybe maintaining a good relationship with existing clients. But the major issue with the traditional customer support system, if you look at, is that many a times it's very slow because humans give the replies and give the customer service. There is a lot of human errors as well, and of course inconsistent quality is another issue. Adding on to that, there is definitely issue of maybe night time we are not able to answer the questions of the customers. If they are in different time zones, then it's a bigger issue, and there are a lot of problems in that. Now, the solution to these problems, you can say, is AI agents in modern customer support systems. Now, AI agent, when they come into play, there's a lot of convenience in that case. Customers expect instant response, and your AI agents can be a solution to that problem, and they can give instant replies. And also, manual processes slow down resolutions, whereas AI agents, if they are present in the system, then they can fasten the process. Apart from that, AI also reduces the workload on the human agents that are there, so it can be also beneficial in that way, which increases efficiency and accuracy of the human agents. Apart from that, it ensures consistent quality across all channels. So these are the various benefits of having AI agents in the modern customer care support system. Now, the customer care, if AI agent needs to provide customer care, the biggest issue will be the knowledge base. And every organization has a lot of things that your customer care executives need to know. And in this case, your AI agent needs to know. So what we are going to design today is a customer care workflow. We'll design an AI agent which will be helpful in your customer care, and it will be interacting with the customer. And the interesting thing is the replies your customer care agent is going to give is going to be based on a knowledge base. It's not just the basic understanding, but also the knowledge base, which consists of the major questions and answers that customer care agent should know. Apart from that, the detailed information of the products and services of a particular business, the AI agent would be having the information of. Now, when you are storing data and when you are fetching data, it is very crucial that it should be efficient. Now, the challenge with this scenario is that your AI agent, every time it responds, it has to go into the knowledge base, and it has to respond accordingly based on the knowledge. Now, the point is, when the AI agent is going to search the knowledge base, if the knowledge base is huge, then there is a challenge. There would be a time lag in the turnaround time of the AI agent. So what we are going to also integrate with the AI agent is a RAG system. Now, what is RAG system? RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Now, Retrieval Augmented Generation is a method that improves the accuracy of the AI response by combining information relevant to the text generation. So it goes into the database, it goes into the vector database where the data is stored, it fetches the data from there, and it gives the response based on the knowledge base it is having. So we are going to have we are going to develop the workflow accordingly. So I'll show you a screenshot of the workflow that we are going to develop, and then we'll develop it together. There will be two phases of this workflow. The first phase of the workflow will be we will develop a workflow where we will insert the data into your vector database. Now, the vector database we are going to use is from Supabase. Supabase is a very popular vector database service. We will be using Supabase, and you will see how we can insert the data into the vector database from Supabase. And later on, we will retrieve the data. The AI agent will retrieve the data from the vector database. Now, we will store our data, or we will have the data in our Google Drive, and we will trigger the workflow. And later on, you will see how the data gets inserted. Apart from that, this is the first part. The second phase would be when a customer asks a question, you will see how the AI agent will be fetching the data from the vector database and will be replying based on the data it has in the vector database, and your answers will be more accurate, and that will make more sense. So we'll see how to develop all of these. So I think it's time for us to jump into the workflow creation part. I shall be using N8N for creating the workflow. Let me share my screen. Give me a second. Just a minute. Okay. So I'll be sharing my screen where I am going to show you how we can create the workflow. I believe all of you can see my screen now. So this is N8N. We have been doing a lot of demos on N8N on our channel, so I believe all of you are aware of it. This is the dashboard, as you can see. And in the dashboard, you can simply go ahead and click on create workflow. This will basically open a empty workspace for you. Now, we shall be creating the first half, that is loading data into your RAG memory, or you can say the vector storage. We are going to first create that. We'll simply start with creating a manual trigger just for the time being. Generally, in a practical scenario, we have a timely trigger. So every day morning, maybe 10 a.m., it triggers the workflow, and it would add the new data that has come in. But for now, for simplicity and demonstration purpose, I will have the manual trigger out here. I will attach a Google Drive here. Now, why Google Drive? Now, Google Drive, of course, it will give me a very good option of storing my files. Now, the interesting part for you is I already have a document. I already have a document which is having all the data that is required for my customer care support agent. So if you can see, this is a data that is of a fitness e-commerce customer care support system, right? And it has got all the questions like these questions, answers, all these things are there. Now, the interesting part is these question and answer will be stored in my vector storage, right? And when anybody asks the question based on this knowledge base, my AI agent is going to give the reply. So what I'm going to do, I will have this this Word doc, this PDF. I will have this PDF in my Google Drive. So if you see here, if I can open my Google Drive, I'll open my Google Drive here. So if you notice, if I sign in and show you, I already have this file in my Google Drive. As you can see here, this is my document. It is already in my Google Drive. So what I'm going to do is in my node, in my Google Drive node, I'm going to get in. I'll have to, of course, give my credentials, which is already there. And after that, I will have the operation to be download. And here I will select the file that I want to load or I want to use to fetch the data. So the name is, I think, fitness, hold on. Yeah, fitness e-commerce rag PDF. So this is the file I will be fetching from Google Drive, and I will be inserting the data into my Supabase vector storage. Now, the next thing that I need to do is I need to attach the node for Supabase vector storage. Okay, so this is going to be my vector storage. Sorry, I need to go here, vector storage, and here I need to add the document. I need to select add documents to the vector store. So when I add this, I of course need to give the details. I also need to give the details of my API from Supabase. I'll show you how to do that. And here, what I'm going to do is I will need to select the table in which my data is being stored. So for getting these details, you need to have an account in Supabase. So Supabase is supabase.com. You can simply go there. And here you need to create your project from which you can fetch the details. Since I've already created the project, but still then I'll show you how to create a new project in Supabase and you can store your data. So you simply need to go to your dashboard, and here what you need to do, you need to go to your projects, and you can create a new project. So when you create a new project, you need to give the data. I'll just give it a name. Under the organization, I'll give it the name, and then I shall generate a password. And here, after clicking on generating the password, I need to create the new project. Now, once my project is created, I can fetch the details from there. Okay, so this is my project. And if you see, we don't have any database, no data, no table, nothing, right? So what we need to do, we need to create a table here in which we can insert the data. So for that, what we need to do is we need to go here and we go back to the workflow and the settings here, and we need to go to the documentation. Now, the best thing about N8N is it is very user-friendly and it has got a very good documentation. So any doubts or questions you have, you can always find it from here. So from the documentation, how Supabase Vector Store node would work, you can have a good look on this. And from here, what I need to do is I need to take this file or take this SQL query, which would create and enable me to store the data. If you can see, if you are aware of SQL, the query that I'm going to copy, and I'll go here and I'll simply paste the query in my query window, and I will run the query. Yeah. So as soon as I run the query, you can see the query is running and it says success. Now, if I go back to my database, you can see now I have a table. And next, if I fetch the API from Supabase and I go back to my N8N, I can give the data of my host and the secret role, service secret role. If I give the data, then my N8N will be connected. The Supabase vector store will be connected to my N8N. So whenever I trigger this, it will insert my data into the Supabase vector store. Now, the details of the Supabase vector store credentials, if you want, you can simply go to Supabase, and here you can go to project settings, and in project settings, you can go to API key. Once you go to API key, you can simply go to the role, and here is the secret role, right? So you can copy this and paste it in your credentials in Anyten, and you can connect your Anyten to your Supabase, right? Coming back, since I've already put the credentials, so it's already connected, and I can move ahead. So apart from Supabase vector store, you need to add a embedding. Now, embedding, I'm going to use it from OpenAI, and this will help to do the embedding of the data and store it in the vector store. And as you can see, I'm choosing a model from OpenAI for embedding, that is text embedding 3 small. There are many options that are available. This is a paid one, but it is very, very useful. Of course, you need to have your OpenAI credentials added as well, right? So with this, my embedding is created. And apart from that, I need to have a default data loader for loading the data. And here I need to simply change it to binary, because once I download the data from the Google Drive, it would be in the binary format. So now this entire thing, if you see, this entire thing that you are seeing here is my setup for, inserting my data into, Supabase. Inserting data into Supabase, right? So this is my thing. If I want to change the color, I can simply go ahead. Maybe this is a better one for me. Now, apart from creating this, I'll have to also create a workflow for doing the interaction. The AI agent will do the interaction based on the questions of the customer. And of course, the vector storage will be there. Now, if I run this, then the data will start storing. But for now, I'll first complete it. Okay. Now coming to the second half, that is I will be creating the AI agent, and I will connect my AI agent to my Supabase, and there will be a user interface where the user can ask the questions. So I'll go further, and I will create a new workflow in the bottom here where there would be a chat interface. Now, this is for demonstration purpose that I'm doing. Okay, it is going to be a chat interface, and this can be used by us for testing purpose. Instead of this, we can have a Telegram bot connected to it. We can have WhatsApp bot connected to it. We can, of course, have any other chat service that is available to us. Now, to this chat input, what I'm going to add is my AI agent. So this is where the game will be played. Now, this is where the game begins. Now, this AI agent will be trained in such a way, or you can say this will do all the intelligent stuff, right? So here I will just mention in the system message that you are a helpful customer care support agent. Answer the questions asked by the users politely. So I can write anything here. I can train my AI agent to behave the way I want. Okay. So this is the system message I'm giving. I just need to add that when any question is asked, answer them using the knowledge base from the Supabase RAG memory, right? So this is the instruction I'm giving my AI agent, and it will follow the instructions I'm giving you, right? So whatever input will come, that will be processed by my AI agent. Now, the interesting part is, okay, let me zoom it a bit. Maybe it will be more visible. All right. So now I will be attaching the brain of my AI agent. Now, the brain of my AI agent will be a, a chat model, and I'll be using OpenAI chat model. And here I need to mention which chat model I want to use. I can use GPT 4.1 mini, 5.2, or anything of my choice I can use. Just for testing purpose, I'm just keeping it 4.1 mini, which is good enough. Apart from that, of course, you need to have your OpenAI credentials here. You need to give your OpenAI credentials in that place. Moving on. Now, the memory that I want, I will keep it simple memory, or else I can also use Postgres chat memory. But for simplicity, I'll just keep a simple memory. Why this is used? This will remember the previous chats from the same user. So because it's not that the user will just ask one question and the AI agent will reply, there can be multiple to and fro, back and forth can be a scenario. So I'll just make sure that it remembers the last 5 chats with the user. Now, with that thing done, I need to add in the tool section. In the tool section, I need to use the Superbase memory. So I'll use the Superbase vector store here. And in this, I will mention that it should fetch the data from the documents table. If you remember, we created the table which had the name. See, what was the name? Documents, correct? Right? So this was the name. So we will be giving the information here. And yeah, the limit can be just 5. It will search for 5 rows at a time. And the description we can give, use the memory, use the data stored in the Superbase RAG memory for answering the questions, right? So this will be the case. Now, with these, now we are all set for execution. Okay. So we'll be all set for the execution. I think we have the credentials in place. Yeah, we have the credentials in place. Everything is all set and we are ready to move ahead. Of course, we need to add an embedding here. We need to add an embedding, and the embedding we can choose to be the same embedding from OpenAI, and we choose text embedding 3 small. Now, with this, I think we are all set for execution. Let me add the note here. Add the note. There you go. And the note we'll say, just a minute. Customer interaction workflow. Okay. And we just change the color to suitable one. So now we are all set for executing this workflow. Okay. So just give me a minute. Let me just set it up in a second. Hold on. Yeah. Now I think we are all set. I'm sharing my screen again. There you go. So the first step, of course, would be executing the workflow, the first workflow where we insert the data. So I can just simply click on execute workflow. And as you can see, it is downloading the data and it is inserting into my database. So you see, it has been successfully executed. And if you check the database in Superbase, you will see that the data has been inserted. Moving further, if you can see, this is what I created for interaction. I can simply go ahead and click on open chat, and here I can ask any question. So for example, I ask a very simple, straightforward question. Let's assume what are the products your company sells? Okay, so as a consumer just asking what are the products your company sells, as you can see here, it is fetching the data. So if I can zoom in here, if you can see, you will notice that it is giving me the data fetched from my Superbase RAG memory. As a customer care, it is giving me exact details. As you can see, Fit Pro Whey protein concentrate it is providing, and all this information it is giving. And this is giving information from the database. Maybe I can ask you, do you have a return policy? So let's see if it is fetching the data accordingly. As you can see, yes, it fetches the data accurately. We offer a 7-day return policy for unused and unopened products. The return to return a product, you can go to your order section and return or contact our support team. Refunds are processed within 5 to 7 days, and these information, as you can see, are provided. Now, this is a very simple example, or I would say this is a very simple and straightforward execution or implementation of your customer care. Now, there are infinite possibilities. There are infinite possibilities when it comes to your AI agents in customer care. You can connect your entire customer database based on their identity and their past interaction with your company. You can have your interaction. Your customer care can interact with them. Their past experience with the company can also be a context based on which your customer care agent can interact, and not just interact with your customer, but also it can take actions. Okay, if there is a refund that is to be processed, it can do all the interaction, and if the conditions are satisfied, it can process each and everything that is required by the AI agent to do. So, so the interesting thing is, as I told you, there are infinite possibilities, and moreover, you will see many more implementation of AI agents in future webinars. So this was a very simple, straightforward example. Now, in our future webinars, we will be covering many more implementations of AI agent in different industry. This is one you saw in the field of customer care. Now, a very important thing I want to say at the end, if you want the workflow that I just shared, I can share it with you. So you just need to type AI agent in the comment section. I repeat, please type AI agent in the comment section, and we will send the workflow we just created to you, and you can implement it in your system, and you can execute it with all the details and everything provided in the workflow itself. So I think that was all from my side today. If you like the video, if you like the information, please consider giving a like on our YouTube channel or any other platform that you're watching. And do let us know which all other topics you want us to cover in our future webinars. So this was all from my side. So thanks a lot for joining. Thank you if you're watching till the end. See you next time in another webinar. Thanks.